Hiya. I've recorded this video 3 times. I had to run and get my washing in then. Anyway, I'm back. You don't care because you weren't there the first other 3 times that I've recorded this. Anyway, I know what I want to say now. I've got a question for you today, which is, what is the content that your audience or your followers, community, however you want to refer to this situation in your business, what do they actually want to see? And this is a thinker sometimes, because there are so many people out there saying, you need to do this. And if you write a blog post, it's got to be 3 paragraphs long. I'm not saying that this is what you have to do, but this is just an example. It's got to be 3 paragraphs long. This is what it's going to say in the first paragraph. Then it's going to have this. Then it's going to have that. And yes, they are all well and good, and they are formulas, and a lot of those are really tried and tested, and yes, do it. If there's an expert that can show you the way, do that. And I guess learn the rules, and you can't see that, sorry, rules, and go with it. What I'm talking about is that content that you know that you want to make, that you think, bloody hell, this could be really useful, or somebody's going to love this, or I would have absolutely loved that. It would have saved me so much time and money and ugly tears and all the things. That's the interesting stuff. That's the juicy content and the output, I guess, that people want to see. Because in this busy world of the internet, yes, a positive quote from somebody that died is uplifting in a roundabout way. And, you know, you're putting positive things out there and you're bringing people, you know, you're doing the right things. But actually now people want to know what to do with it. Okay, great. You've told me to think positive. You've told me to expand my network. You've told me to get visible, but what do you mean? What do you mean? How do I actually do that? And this is why last week, when I shared my video of my increase of 517% of gross volume of sales, it's a mouthful. That's why I got so many DMs, emails, appointments in my calendar for new clients, new client inquiries, because I actually shared how to do what I've done. And even though it felt a bit icky, it felt like I knew that if I put a percentage, and I didn't want to put the actual amount because it just didn't feel good, I knew if I put that percentage in there, it would increase my viewers. And I didn't want to feel clickbaity or, you know, all Daily Mail in that way. That aside, the people who know how to work that media, know how to sell a story to a newspaper in the way that if somebody who's been married 4 times and has just got divorced from her 4th husband and then tells the world 2 days later, like, I'm getting married again, they know that that's going to create interest and buzz, and that's going to have a knock-on effect. So what I am saying is to do your content, to share your content in a way that feels good. Like, as much as I'm here on the internet in my Jimmy Jams sometimes, I'm not actually doing it topless, or I'm not actually like, oh God, like there's so many things I really don't want to do, even though they would probably like get a massive spike in traffic, but I know where my boundaries are as well. So what happened after I shared that video last week is I got so many DMs from people, and I'm not going to obviously say who they were, but people who were like, we're thinking, we're trying, we're on that track basically of having a baby. And this is really useful what you've shared, because it's giving me some insight. It's making me think, what do I need to do? Or what could I have in place? Or actually I'm much further on, or maybe this is possible and I could do that. And the reason that I shared this is because back in 2015, when I had my son, I would have loved to have known that information. It would have saved me so much time, money, ugly cries, all the things. So the question is, I guess, is what is that content that you know that you want to share, that you know that would be really useful, but you're still a bit shaky about it? It still feels maybe a bit like, I hope people, this is going to move the needle. Great. Go with that. Go with the intention of showing up as you and delivering loads of value, and then refine it so you can do it in a way that feels really good to you. Likewise, I shared a percentage rather than a figure because that felt really good to me. It's a time where the internet is busy. We can't just share positive thoughts of like expand your network or just keep going, or positive thoughts, like we've got to get into the nitty gritty. And I bet you know stuff. If you know it, share it, even if it's something that you charge for, because this is going to have a knock-on effect time and time again. And I've seen that in my own business and my own brand. Like if I share really freely, people will come back to me. The clients that I have, most of them have done pretty much every program, every service that I've ever offered, or they recommend me to a friend. The people that I work with is actually probably quite a small circle. It's not tens and thousands of people. It's people who I've built relationships with as well. And that's how you want to approach your content and putting yourself out there and sharing what you know. It will come back, I promise. It's that moment, if you're in a cafe or if you're on the tube and you help somebody up with your buggy and you make somebody's day brighter, it will all come back. I can't explain it better than that. Have a lovely day. If you're thinking, I don't know what I'm putting out on the internet, I don't know who I am, I don't know what my voice is, do I need to talk about this? I'm not sure. Book a free 15-minute session with me. All the details are in the description below. Let me help you make some money, to make some decisions, and to make some moves. Ultimately, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about action and not just kind of hoping and wishing, because we can do that with everything's going on. Like, I'm hoping there will come a time. Well, I'll have more time. And the thing is, I don't think very much is going to be changing for quite some time. So what can you do right now in this moment to move forward? I hope that's useful. Speak soon.